Vine's eyes moistened seeing her 6-month healthy baby through the screen. It was 6 months past since she lost everything but hope. She never gave up despite the hardships she faced because of her baby and kept on working hard. Baby is healthy, but please make sure not to stress about anything or it will affect the baby. Okay, doctor. She passed her a weak smile, and after checkup, Vian came back to her small apartment where she lived alone. Everything was going amazing in her life until her boyfriend cheated on her, even denied to accept it was his baby. She wanted support from her parents, but they turned her down with humiliation, and she decided to parted her ways with them just for her baby. She couldn't let the part of herself die because of the world and their so-called rules. The night was a bit tough for Vian as her health was not okay because of pregnancy and no one was there for her. The next day she got up unwillingly and got ready for the office. After a healthy breakfast, she got inside the car which was provided by Jungkook. He was the only man who cared about her and the reason she was providing everything to herself and especially her baby. Jungkook and Vian was at the meeting, but Vian was not feeling well. Her legs were getting swollen and shoes were kinda hurting them. Since the lights were turned off, no one noticed it, including Jungkook, as she was maintaining the professional aura. Soon lights got turned on with the end of the meeting and everyone took their leave when Jungkook noticed Vian feet. She was collecting the papers but stopped as she felt a touch on her legs. Mr. Cheon? She saw him bending down in front of her and removed the shoes one by one. Vian, I told you to take care of yourself. I rest on the couch and there is no need to work, but just follow my order. He walked out and Vian lay on the big comforting couch with moistened eyes. She had no idea how she could thank the generous man, and soon his secretary entered with a comforter. If you need anything else, please do let me know. Vian nodded with a weak smile and turning off the lights. Janelia came back to Jungkook's office. She was a kind lady too and admired Jungkook for that, but she knew her feelings will always be one-sided. Arrange a meeting with Mr. John. Okay, Mr. John. She walked away and Jungkook rested his elbow on the glass wall while thinking about Vian, a woman he loved since a long time, but situation never led him to confess it. Is this right time to confess her? She needed someone badly in her life. He knew how her boyfriend cheated on her, left her alone with baby, and even her family disowned her. She was just 22 but facing so many problems, and Jungkook was by her side silently as an angel. Opening the laptop, he saw the live CCTV footage and she was sleeping peacefully, which brought a smile on his lips. I hope you get this peace in your life too. It was evening, yet Vian was still sleeping because last night she couldn't able to. After some time, her eyes opened and she got surprised seeing sun was setting down. God, how long I slept! She immediately uncovered the comforter and saw swelling on her legs were still there, but she had duties to complete. Wearing her shoes, which were not tied unlike morning, she made her way out of the meeting room. Before starting the work, she decided to make a cup of coffee for herself, and there she saw her head with other colleagues who were giving her not so good expressions. Look guys, who is here? Miss Queen? Queen chuckled bitterly. My bad, she's just a who can sleep with anyone. All of them laughed while Vian's heart was breaking once again. It was not the first time they made her fun, but it always hurt her more than thousands of knives. No one can say this innocent looking girl is so cheap. Their innocence is just a weapon to attract those wrinkled men. I'm curious what answer she will give to her baby in future when he or she asks her about the father. Their laughter filled the cafeteria. It was getting hard for Vian to control her tears and she immediately take her leave, but accidentally she collided with Jungkook. I'm sorry. Hiding her tears, she was ready to go when Jungkook held her hand and she looked at him with blurry vision. Come with me. His voice, his expressions were gentle until he stepped inside the cafeteria with Vian. Everyone got surprised as they noticed their joint hand. You guys have so much time to discuss about someone's character. Am I right, Miss Dia? Mr. Jeon and Miss Kara? She gulped down in fear as she never wanted to lose her job. You ask Miss Ryan how she will answer about the baby's father, so I kindly remind you that you don't have to worry about it because I will be the best father. Everyone present there got the biggest shock of their life, including Ryan, but he was not looking regret or doubtful about his words. I never knew my fiance had to face such shame because of mindless people like you, or else I will never hide our relationship. Another bomb was blasted on them, and Ryan was just looking at him silently while Genelia's heart broke. It was not hard for them to believe Jungkook easily since his attitude towards Ryan was always soft and caring. I'm so sorry, Mr. Jeon. I have no idea about it. Please forgive us, Mr. Jeon. We shouldn't say such thing to Miss Ryan. I apologize to you, Mr. Jeon, and soon to be Mrs. Jeon. Ryan felt something in her heart and not listening anything, she walked away while tears streaming down from her eyes. Jungkook glared at everyone, then followed Ryan outside. Ryan, he held her hand gently that she had to stop, and Jungkook came in front of her. Why? Let's come inside. He took her inside the office carefully. Why did you lie, Mr. Jeon? Because I couldn't see you cry when people insult you like that. I can't let people judge your character when they don't know anything. Ryan looked at him with teary eyes as she was dying to listen such words, and finally someone said who understood her truly. You are not wrong, but the society is thinking where always woman is a culprit. I was just trying to help you out, and I'm not doubtful about my words, Ryan. But this is all a lie, and truth comes out its own way. Why did you drag yourself in my matter? I don't care if it's come out or not, but Ryan, I was genuine when I say I'll be the best father. This man was shocking the poor soul. Where everyone left her, he was taking steps towards her, but she didn't know what to do anymore. I don't deserve you. He shook his head while holding her arms gently and decreased the distance between them. I know the situation made you think like that, but for me, you are the most deserving girl. I don't care about the past, but I live in present, and right now, I want you to accept me. Her heart was beating rapidly. Something was different whenever he was around her, but she didn't know what feeling was that. Can you please give me a chance? I promise I would never let you regret your decision. Tears streaming from her eyes, he was standing with her when she needed someone most, and it was the proof of his honest feelings. Can you please give me some time? Jungkook nodded lightly as his hopes were growing, and locking her hand with her, he came out. Everyone was already knew everything, and silently they took their leave. After a silent ride of the car, they reached Ryan's apartment. He could see the condition was not good because Ryan barely got time, and her health also not good. Actually, you are staying at my house from now. It was like an order that Ryan shook her head immediately. She didn't want to be a burden on him. Ryan, your crucial months already started, and you also need proper care. Please come with me for our baby's sake. If you are mine, then he or she directly mine too. She blinked her eyes while looking away. A smile came to Jungkook's face as he could see her red cheeks. Let's have something, then I'll pack your important things. Removing the coat, he folded his sleeves and went to the small kitchen. Taking a few things, he prepared healthy food for Ryan and some noodles for himself before placing it on the table. She was a bit embarrassed, but he was acting as if his daily routine, and she barely had anything which Jungkook noticed. Isn't it good? No, it's delicious. She saw a dimple on his right cheek, and smiling secretly, she filled her stomach. Later, Jungkook gave her medicine, then packed her things while Ryan was admiring him with fondness. In few hours, this man turned her life from nightmare to a dreamland. Ryan was staying at Jungkook's mansion, where Jungkook himself and other maids helped Ryan. He was there as her husband and making spot in her heart easily. Jungkook even forbidden her to work as her health was not that well. Currently, Jungkook was looking at the ultrasound pictures of the baby, and a smile was dancing on his lips. I hope it's a baby girl, just like you. I want that too. She didn't want a glimpse of her ex in her baby and admired Jungkook until her stomach growled. Now what this baby wants? Maybe some pizza? She bit her lip as she was really disturbing Jungkook, but he never complained. Okay, I'm ordering. He dialed the number when the rain started to pour and Ryan decided to go there. Carefully, she went towards the slide door, but before she could step out, Jungkook held her hand gently. Stay inside. Please, only 5 minutes. You will sleep, Ryan. I can't take risks. No, I won't because I know I'm with you. Their eyes met and smiling was dancing on their lips. He was happy that he earned her trust, and opening the door, they walked out. Her arms were spread, his arms were holding her carefully, and her back was pressing against his chest, closing the eyes, both of them drenching under the rain and enjoying it. "Ma'am, can I come in?" Maid had to literally yell since no one answered the knock, causing Jungkook and Wine to open their eyes. "Can we go now?" "Yeah, sure." Getting inside the room, they allowed the maid before getting inside different bathrooms and changed their clothes. As Jungkook came out, he saw her eating since she was hungry, and a smile came across his face. Holding the towel, he dried her hair while she fed him the pizza, and both of them looking like an ideal happy couple. Another month has been passed, and doctor gave the date of delivery date too. Wine and Jungkook were happy, and bending to her soul and stomach, he smiled. "I can't wait to see you, my little one." He looked up to find her smiling, but she looked away shyly, and Jungkook got up. "You stay here, I'll bring the medicine, then we'll go back." She nodded and waited there silently when she heard unwanted familiar voice. "Wine?" He came towards her with shame and noticed her big baby bump. "How is our baby?" Wine blood boiled, and she got up with difficulty, ignoring the help he was trying to give her. "This baby is only mine, Kim Jae-min. Your relationship with the baby ended the day you insulted me and questioned my character in front of everyone. I'm so sorry, Wine. I got blinded by the money that time, and to save myself, I lied so she won't leave me. But guess what? My karma hit me back, and she threw me out of her life after using me. Jaemin, whatever you..." Before she could complete her sentence, Jungkook came and stood in front of Wine like a shield that Jaemin got confused. "Stay away from her, you." "Mr. Jeon, what's your relationship with Wine?" He was a famous personality, so recognizing him was not a big deal for Jaemin, but Jungkook had still no idea what his relationship with Wine. Just a well-wisher for her? "You are no one to ask me that. Wine, let's go." Holding her hand gently, Jungkook tried to take her with him, but Wine stopped him, so his heart beats. Suddenly, the fear of losing her struck his heart. "Stay." Intertwining her fingers with him, she looked at Jaemin. "Wine?" "He's the man I truly love, Jaemin. A man who stayed by my side in my thick and thin, took care of me unconditionally without any complaint, and stood with me when everyone left, even my blood related." Jungkook's eyes moistened with a fondant smile. His love, his care, his feelings, and his unwavering passions won. "It's too hard to accept your apology, Jaemin, because what you did was unacceptable, but I don't want to live with grudges and want to begin my fresh start with Jungkook, so I'm forgiving you, but I never want to see your face ever again." "But Wine, now let me live peacefully with my actual happiness, please." Jaemin could see how broken she was, but her healer was there too, who was sliding his arm around her shoulder for support. "Okay, as you want. I deserve it. After all, I threw my happiness away with my own hands, but now I wish you will get every happiness of your life." Tears of guilt was falling from his eyes, and he looked at Jungkook. "You got the best girl, and I know you will take care of her." Tapping his shoulder, Jaemin walked away, and Jungkook diverted his attention to her. "So, I love you, Jungkook." She finally accepted, and Jungkook had a biggest smile on his face as he cupped her face. "I love you too, Wine." He kissed her forehead before connecting it with his while maintaining the eye contact. Another 15 days passed, and now Jungkook was waiting outside at the emergency of the hospital as Wine was delivering the baby. Soon, a baby crying voice echoed, and Jungkook took out a breath of relaxation. As the door opened in a few minutes, the nurse handed him the small baby girl, and Jungkook's eyes softened looking at her. She's just like her mama. Kissing her forehead tenderly, Jungkook went inside the room and saw Wine was laying peacefully, our baby girl. He passed it to Wine, who took her in her embrace with love once again. "Jungmi, Jeon Jungmi." She gave her name on Jungkook's name, and he hugged her with glossy eyes. "I love you and my little one." There was a beautiful family moment until the baby girl started crying. Jungkook panicked, but Wine feeded her that he calmed down, so the baby girl. Placing her inside the crib carefully, Jungkook sat beside Wine and held her hand. "Thank you for giving me beautiful little girl, and I have something for you too." Taking out a little box from the pocket, he opened it, and Wine saw a beautiful diamond ring. "Will you marry me, Wine?" Yes, he slid the ring in her finger and kissed it gently while Vian looking at him with admiration. I love you so damn much, Jungkook. Thank you for giving me this beautiful life. Cupping his face, she pressed her lips against his and he responded too as it was their first damn kiss.